Kia ora and welcome to this quick overview of just looking at the Krebs cycle in a little bit more detail and thinking of what terms you could use at level 3. So this is what you saw in the previous video, where in the Krebs cycle your citrate gets converted first to cis acantinate and then it goes to the next step where the OH comes in where this hydrogen is. So we're moving the OH through this intermediate step to this carbon. You can see it happening over here. The problem is when you've got the fluoro compound and you've got this double bond here being formed with the OH that binds very strongly onto the enzyme and it stops the reaction. So if we have a look at a simulation of this. So we're looking at the citrate using the aconitase enzyme to form this compound. You can see we've really just moved our hydroxyl group over. And if you look at the citrate, what we've got is the C double bond OH and the same thing over there and the same thing on this side. Now have a look to see which one would be a primary alcohol, which one would be a secondary. The next thing we have to look at is if we remove an OH, a C double bond O, because that's what we're doing over here. We're removing the C double bond O. So which one is more likely to go? If I remove this one, which is what's happening, you can see it's gone on this side. So if it goes, what sort of carbocation would we form over here compared to if we removed the CO2 on the left or the CO2 on the right? So if this was carrying a positive charge or that was carrying a positive charge, what sort of carbocation would it be? So you can see more clearly over here, if that is gone, this carbon is only attached to one other carbon, or it's the same thing over here. If that CO2 goes, this carbon is only attached to one other, whereas if I remove this CO2 over here to form a carbocation there, it's attached to two other carbon atoms. So think about those terms, use your organic chemistry, show your understanding of level 3 chemistry when you're explaining how 1080 affects the Krebs cycle and therefore why it's so poisonous. Goodbye.